Welcome to this explainer. Listen, over the next 10 years, we are staring down a massive economic shift. But here's the thing. This coming decade is going to create incredible opportunities for those who quietly, strategically position themselves right now. So while others sit around waiting for a lucky break, we're going to dive in and look at 10 highly practical, actionable pillars for wealth building that you can literally start using today.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap. 1. The wealth mindset. 2. High-income skills. 3. Markets and real assets. 4. Building business systems. 5. Defense and diversification. And finally, 6. Playing the long game.
Section 1. The wealth mindset. Stop waiting for the perfect time. I want to ask you a really direct question. When is the perfect time to invest? Seriously, think about it for a second. If you were to ask most financial experts to name the absolute biggest financial mistake people make, it all boils down to exactly how they answered this one question.
The prevailing myth out there is that you should wait until you have enough money or wait until the economy is perfectly stable. But the reality? True, lasting wealth isn't some overnight magic formula. It's actually built by making consistent, informed decisions over many years. Wealth is simply a result of patience and discipline.
Moving to Section 2, High-Income Skills. Pillar 1, Investing in Yourself.
You know, the absolute greatest investment you will ever make isn't real estate. It's your own human capital. Technology is rapidly transforming the job market right in front of us. Skills like software development, cybersecurity, data analysis, digital marketing, UI/UX design, and of course, artificial intelligence are in such insanely high demand that there are currently millions of unfilled roles globally. Developing these specific high-income skills will allow you to severely out-earn traditional employment.
Just consider the sheer scale of this return on investment. Imagine taking an upfront sum like 300,000 Naira, or your local equivalent, and investing it into learning or getting a certification for one of those tech skills. That one-time investment can eventually generate $500,000 to ₦1,000,000 Naira every single month in salary or freelance fees. Very few traditional assets offer that kind of explosive return on your initial capital.
Let's see how this builds in Section 3, Markets and Real Assets, Pillars 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9.
We need to completely bust the myth right now that tangible markets are only for the ultra-wealthy. Take stocks. The strategy is buying established, dividend-paying companies for compound growth. Now, if you don't have the time to pick individual stocks, mutual funds pool your money with professionals, which vastly reduces your risk as a beginner. And with land? The trick isn't buying incredibly expensive city plots. It's buying early in fast-growing communities. Small amounts invested consistently in these markets will grow massively over time.
Building on those tangible assets, we have Pillar 5, Agriculture. The global population is booming, and feeding people is an immensely profitable endeavor. But listen, this goes way beyond the traditional farmer in a field. We are talking about poultry, fish farming, cassava processing, rice production, greenhouse farming, and even drone-assisted agricultural technology. Modern agribusiness allows you to profit as an investor without ever having to step foot on a farm yourself.
Rounding out our real assets is Pillar 9, Rental Property. Whether it's residential, student housing, or commercial space, property provides reliable cash flow and appreciation. But you must run this vital equation first. Calculate all your upfront costs. Thoroughly research realistic expected income. Factor in ongoing maintenance, and be deeply realistic about your occupancy rates. Master this math, and you secure your cash flow for sure.
Section 4. Building Business Systems. Pillars 6 and 8.
Some of the world's wealthiest individuals built their fortunes by creating smart systems rather than starting with millions, and there are two main avenues for this. On one side, you have local physical businesses. Think a laundry service, a POS agency, or logistics. On the other side, borderless online businesses like YouTube, e-commerce, or consulting. The secret isn't having massive capital on day one. It's consistently solving a specific problem. An online business might require your time before your money, but both paths can easily scale into a fortune.
Section 5, Defense and Diversification. Pillars 7 and 10.
So the crucial point here is that if your local currency experiences periods of significant depreciation, keeping all your wealth tied to that single currency is a huge risk. By holding part of your investments in dollar-denominated assets or assets linked to stronger foreign currencies, you effectively protect your purchasing power. Diversifying away from a single currency is just a non-negotiable masterstroke in financial defense.
And perhaps the most important defensive strategy of all is building multiple income streams. It's not about relying on one golden goose anymore. You might combine a primary salary with a side business, dividend investments, rental income, and maybe freelance work. Doing this brilliantly creates absolute financial resilience. If the economy shifts and one source happens to dry up, the others just keep your wealth growing. You become practically bulletproof.
Section 6. Playing the long game. Consistency over quick riches.
To really synthesize why these strategies actually work in the real world, remember this unbreakable rule. Sustainable wealth is built gradually, not instantly. You need to completely avoid any scheme that promises to double your money in weeks or guarantees unusually high returns with zero risk. That's just not how it works. Real wealth is the result of making wise, systematic decisions repeatedly over many years.
You have to start exactly where you are today. Even if you could only afford to invest 5,000 or 10,000 Naira a month right now, start there. Seriously, do not wait. Build the muscle of investing. As your income grows through those high-income skills or side businesses we talked about, you simply scale up the amount. The momentum you build today is what matters most.
I'll leave you with this final provocative thought as we wrap up today's explainer. 10 years from now, you'll either be grateful that you started today or you'll wish you had. The clock is ticking, the next decade is arriving whether we like it or not, and the trajectory of your wealth begins with the decisions you make right now. So which one will you be? Grateful or wishing you had started? Thanks for joining me, and I challenge you to take that first step today.